So One Piece chapter 1104. Great time, The past few chapters I didn't talk about, it was mainly Kuma's backstory. That had like the internet in a whole chokehold. It was probably, I'd say it was one of the saddest backstories in One Piece, I think. It was like insanely tragic. This man, his people are a slave. He's a part of a different race in this universe called the Buccaneers, I want to think they're called. So he was a slave for a pretty long period of time, got free, had this little shorty, was a preacher, was healing people and whatnot. Like Kuma's back, and then I'm just might as well just go through it all. His shorty got captured. She became a slave, had a baby out of being a slave and whatnot. He raised the baby. She also had this disease called sapphire disease. Kuma then gave himself up to the government to become a weapon of destruction, so he could find a cure for his daughter who was getting shot or whatever. So Kuma was just going through all these struggles and whatnot just to make sure the people around him were happy. So Kuma, he's legit that guy. I respect it. So fast forwarding some, the whole his trade off was, for him, trying to find a cure for Bonnie was he had to, give himself to the government, become like this experiment. At the end of the experiment, he would become like this complete robot cyborg with like no emotions, no feelings or whatever, and would like lose all memories or whatnot. So giving his memories to Dr. Vegapunk, he became a cyborg, and then apparently he's supposed to self destruct by order of Saint Saturn, but he never did. He's been like working off an instinct or whatever. He's not working on code. You know what I mean? And he ended up coming to Egg Island to like save Bonnie. And that was just supposed to be a surprise thing. He popped up, punched Saint Saturn. Everyone wanted to see that it happened. It was great. Kumo is that guy. I appreciate that. I like it. So now we're back in this chapter. We're back in action, and it's okay. Saturn got beat up a bit. Kizaru, is still feeling iffy. I kind of like, again, how like Kizaru's, having this emotional thing going on, like how he's having to fight his friends, but he's still working for the higher ups, like the five elders and whatnot, because he's just doing his job. It is a job, but he's doing it. And then we get like a cool feat for Sanji. He kicks away Saturn's leg from almost killing was it Kuma? Bonnie gets him on with her dad. Freaking Frankie pulled a 180 and ended up shooting Saturn too. It is a radical beam. So like all around this chapter was just build up to. There's just a lot of build up to be honest. Because like again we got the backstory for like the past 11 chapters that I didn't talk about. Then we get to this chapter now. Kuma's back, and now we're gonna officially be done with Egghead Island, I think, because the chapter ended on them. Kizaru saying let's do a Buster call, show the entire island. Since Saturn wants it gone because Luffy is like this mystic god. All the secrets of the world of the voice entry are there too with Dr. Vegapunk. So like this island just needs to be destroyed. Saturn said. So that's the summary of the chapter. Like a lot, but also a little went on in the chapter. It's more setting things up for the finale. I feel like the finale is going to be decent. I think Luffy's starting to power up just a bit. When it comes to like the Admirals versus Yonko thing, now I think the Admirals and Yonkos are like relative at this point, because Luffy's like practically he was burnt out after fighting Kizaru, but Kizaru's actually scratch that. I think the Admirals might have like a slight edge over some of the Yonkos, because like Kizaru's head isn't fully in the game, but Luffy's like going all out. Luffy was tired from the fight, and Kizaru was just sitting on the sidelines, just depressed. You feel me? So I will say this is like good stocks for Admirals right now. Admiral fans, I feel like the Admirals in some cases might have the slight edge. I think compared to like the high tiers, like Shanks for example, the Admirals might be. I wouldn't say relative. I think Shanks might have the edge against the Admirals, but for people like Blackbeard, I think the Admirals might be. Well, actually, no. I think the Admirals might still be like a tier slightly below the Yonkos. I feel like the only high tier maybe might be Akainu. And even then too, just this me just talking about One Piece now. I think when it comes to what the Marines are gonna do, I think the Marines might like have like a deviation faction, like move away from the world government to take control. Because me and my friend were talking about this like a while back, how like this arc is showing how like Kizaru doesn't really agree, or it's having like a moral compass thing going on with working for the world government, and I feel like that might be the push Akainu needs to like separate the world government and have the Marines take control of the world government. So it's gonna be like a division between like the higher ups, like the five elders version of the world government versus the Marines versus pirates. So it's gonna be like this three-way death battle. Try to make a triangle. Just fighting for power of the world, which I like. I feel like that would be like a very interesting twist. We'll see. Again, my friend, there's like his little theory. I think it's a very solid theory. I think, Akainu might be that. I think Akainu, after Egghead Island, might see that the Marines should take control over it. And I feel like the elders, and might think the elders are, always thinking it might not work for him what he wants for the world. So that's what I think. That was like a little side tangent theory or whatnot. So yeah, we'll see. I've been liking One Piece. There's not a break this week, so we're going to get another chapter. But JJK's on a break. I'm going to talk about that hopefully later today. But yeah, One Piece 1104, pretty good. I liked it. I appreciate Kuma coming back. The power of love, give him back to his daughter. We'll see how that goes. See if Yeah, sorry for cut. Like my phone ran out of space, and I kind of just lost my flow state. I'm upset, but Jesus, yeah, I lost my groove. But regardless, yeah, the chapter was good. I enjoyed it. It was a fun time, and yeah, that's about it. Yeah, crazy times. I need to low key get like a camera or something, or like an extra storage space, because my phone is just putting out on me. Like a little bit of backstory, just me yapping now. Like my phone, I have like a lot of memes and screenshots and whatnot. So like I just use that to send people and whatnot because it's funny. But like now my phone is like mostly screenshots. I have to like take a good 10 minutes of my time just deleting most stuff that I don't use anymore, or means I think ran their course. So yeah, I gotta probably at this point, once the money starts popping off on YouTube, or probably next paycheck, I might get like a new camera setup and whatnot, maybe a microphone, just so I won't deal with problems like this. Like me talking and then like there's a break and I gotta like start all over. I don't like doing that. I like doing one takes, just so I get all my thoughts in order and whatnot. But that was another huge tangent. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys next time about One Piece. Until next time, again,